what was out there in the night sky, stared up at the stars in the hopes of seeing something out of the ordinary? Have you heard unexplainable noises coming from a vacant room, or watched a shadow cross the wall in front of you? Have you asked yourself if there is life after this one, or if you had life before? What about strange creatures that are mythical and elusive? Have you experienced deja vu or felt a prompting to leave because you felt you were in danger? If you have, you were on the fringe.
And welcome to another wonderful episode of On the Fringe. I'm Mark.
I'm Pam.
And I'm Jess.
Yay!
And I'm slightly damp because I just got out of the shower. I apologize for
Pam
my
is
dampness.
very festive.
Pam is very festive. I have my jammies on.
What's up? Same here. It's fine.
Too funny.
I go to bed immediately after the show, so I wear my jammies.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, tonight we're just going to have a fun show. We're going to talk all things Halloween. I called it a Halloween free-for-all. We're just going to have fun with it. We're going to answer some questions from folks on the chat. So those of you who are on the chat, if you have questions you want to pick our brain or stump us or whatever, just go right on ahead. And we're going to be talking to Jess about this year's Nightmare on Bradley.
Yay!
And I believe Pam has a slideshow of some of the past years, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun. So, a lot of people, they look at Halloween and it's just a kid's holiday. And that's what it's evolved to here in the United States. And it is. The kids love it. I love it. The girls love it. And we hope all of you love it. If you want to really see a lot of the deep beginnings of Halloween, check out last week's Border Town Strange, and the ladies have it all up there. We're not going to go all that deep. We'll talk about some of the traditions that we enjoy and we enjoyed when we were kids, and see what all of you got to add to it. Ian says, so about that pooping on cardboard. I got nothing. I am stumped, so there you go.
Pooping on cardboard. I don't know. Thank you, Enzo.
So what are your favorite traditions from times long past? You got anything? Yeah, either one of you.
Do you want to start,
I just
Jess?
love the trick. Sure. Yeah, I love the trick or treating. In fact, my husband and I were talking the other day about all of our favorite treats we used to get and our least favorite treats. I don't know if anybody at home remembers, but back in the 80s, there used to be these little plastic coffins that had skeletons in them. The little bone pieces, they were like, they were tart, and you could put together a whole skeleton.
Those were great.
Those were great.
Yes.
Yeah. And it didn't matter. Every year, I would end up with either the wax lips or the wax vampire teeth.
Yeah.
And I knew that they were wax and they were gross, but they looked so good. And usually by the end of the night, I would go ahead and try a bite just because it looked so fantastic. It was never good.
It's never good.
I remember when I was a kid, a lot of times I would end up with both in my bag. I'm not sure why people thought that was a good idea. I love sticking them the teeth in my mouth and just going around.
Yeah.
Those are great. I always like the whistle pops. Those were
The
fun.
whistle pops, those
Oh
were fun.
yeah,
Yeah, you could drive your parents batty with them.
yeah, absolutely. And
I'm one of
then
the.
like,
I was going to say I'm one of those evil people who enjoyed candy corn.
ugh.
I know. I love it. It's good stuff.
Like when I would get home, the first thing I would do was throw away those nasty. It was like what, like saltwater taffy or something that came in those ugly
Oh yeah.
orange and black wrappers.
Oh, yeah, I remember those. They had
I can't
peanut
eat
butter
them
in the
now.
center
They'll
of them.
take the caps off my teeth.
Yeah, I was just like, you'd sit down on the floor and pour your bag or your pumpkin out, and that was the first thing you were doing. You were like, nope, 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 nope.
Yeah.
For sure.
And the bit of honeys and the Mary Jeans. Oh, they weren't.
Yeah,
About the only time you see those anymore now is Halloween.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
they're
those
not
little
really common anymore.
the little hard Brocks. Do you remember Brocks used to put out, like those big
Yeah.
bags of like varieties, but none of it was good. It was all old lady candy.
The nougat stuff and yeah,
So
I do remember
gross.
those. Their caramels were good. That was about it, if I remember right.
Rock caramels were good. I always liked their butterscotches.
Yeah, those are good.
Um,
Yes, Ian is correct. Licorice was the first stuff in the bin. Disgusting.
Yeah.
black licorice, my dad loved it, so I never had to throw that out. Any black licorice I got, I set aside for my dad, and he just thought that was the greatest. I earned brownie points every year for donating my black licorice to my dad.
Ugh,
Aw.
so gross.
Some
That
of
would
my
be some
favorites.
points.
Some of my favorites were like the homemade stuff. We had particular houses we went to for popcorn balls because
Oh,
they
I
had
love
like the best ones. And this is a little weird, but if you're from the area, you might know. So, in a little tiny town near us called Havana, my grandmother lived there, and
Uh-oh. She froze.
It's an action shot.
Am I
Action
back?
shot.
You're
Am I
back.
She's
yet?
back.
You're back.
Now she's gone again.
Oh no. Enzo's
Enzo.
correct.
Yeah, I love popcorn balls, but you had to know the people giving them out, though. Yeah, my grandma made them every year until she couldn't.
Oh man, that's awesome. You
And
know,
I
my
would get in
mom
trouble for trying to swipe them.
has started this thing
She's
where
back.
she takes, instead of popping popcorn for popcorn balls, she takes the puff corn that you can get that's butter flavor,
Yeah.
and she makes all the caramel for them and then covers that. She doesn't make them into balls. She just kind of leaves them loose, and you bake them in the oven after you've covered them for a while and keep stirring them until they're nice and crunchy. And those are the bomb, and the kids absolutely love them.
Nice.
So yeah, that's something super good, but that's more recent than it wasn't when I was a kid for sure. But
Well,
yeah,
you know,
super good.
for the last
Hey,
few
that's
years,
last
you've been able to. The last few years, you've been able to buy prepackaged popcorn balls, and they're just not the same.
No,
I mean, they are tradition. It's one of those traditions you just don't see anymore. But how many people trust the people who would put homemade treats out in the bags anymore?
that's
Most
true.
parents are just going to toss it.
That is true.
So unless your grandma is going to make you real popcorn balls, your only choice is the pre-made ones.
Yeah.
So who remembers the cheap plastic vacuum formed masks with the crappy rubber band?
I do. In fact, let me share something here.
Oh, she's got our photo.
Yes.
I gotta
I
find
never
it,
had
though.
a mask. My mom made all of my costumes for me, so I was never prone to wear those Ben Cooper masks with the little plastic bibs.
Oh yeah.
I never had to do that.
I remember several of them over the years. I mean, I was Darth Vader. I was an astronaut, a Gemini astronaut. That was cool.
That's kind of fun.
I remember my brother was a slee stack one time.
That's pretty great too.
And I even found a picture of that of a classroom. One of the kids is wearing that same Sleestack outfit.
Really? Oh, that's super cool. That's me and my brother. I think I was 3, and that was my absolute favorite. Still to this day, one of my favorite costumes was my kitty cat costume.
Yeah,
But those are definitely the old plastic outfits with the cheap rubber band things that went around your head.
Chris had
Planet of the Apes.
I think I did too at one point.
That's
had
funny.
a Planet of the Apes. Those were great. They were fun for the kids. Parents hated them, and they never made it through the night.
No.
If you wanted to wear them more than once, you had to have a stapler so you could staple a new rubber band in it.
Oh, for sure. And I'm looking at that. I think I have. Looks like I have little ponytail or piggy tails. Probably.
And the visibility was terrible.
Yeah, I do. Right there.
It's a wonder we all didn't get run over.
Right? That's the truth.
And my aunt had and I guess you can buy reproductions now. My aunt had the old paper mache ornaments she always put up every year. The pumpkins, the black cats, and the bats. And they were real cutesy.
Those are the best.
Yeah.
I wish we still had all of those.
Right. Well, they make reproductions now, so you can decorate your house 1960s. I mean, tomorrow, 1950s, 60s tomorrow.
Yeah, that would be so cool. Enzo said there was always a tiny slot for the mouth that you would always stick your tongue through it until it bled.
Yes. Everybody did that at least once.
We were all war wounded the next day at school.
And high on sugar.
Yes. Our little town, that's one thing I really like about Caney is we are crazy about our Halloween, and we always have been. And it's always fun at 2:00 on Halloween day, if it's during the school week. The kids all bring their costumes to school in the grade school, and then they all like at 1:45 dress up, or is that when they leave the school maybe? And then they dress up in their costumes, and then they walk downtown, and then all the parents and grandparents and everybody come down to see them walk through a little parade.
Yeah, I always loved that. That was great.
It's the best.
I'm a transplant, but I thought that was just freaking amazing.
We were trying to figure out how long the parade has been going on, and one of the yearbooks that we have, I can't remember what year. I want to say it was like 1912. Does that sound right? Or 19?
It was somewhere around there.
Yeah. There's mention of a Halloween parade that they were, one year they talked about having it and that they had it. And then the next year that they talked again about the Halloween parade. So we're kind of thinking that's when it started.
So, I mean, well over 100 years now, Caney has had a Halloween kitty parade.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. I mean,
And
there's not a
then-
lot of places that still do stuff like that.
Yeah, and then they all get school parties afterwards. Do you know how
I
many
remember
schools still
those.
do that? They don't.
Yeah, I remember doing it when I was a kid, but I know most of them don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if they still do stuff like that, but when I had so much fun when my daughter was in elementary school because the room mothers would throw the parties for the teachers.
right.
And it was so much fun. I remember her second grade year, we had a mummy wrapping competition when they got back from the parade.
That's hilarious.
We broke them up into teams and brought in huge rolls of toilet paper, and they had to pick a kid that was the mummy. And then we timed them to see how fast they could wrap their mummies. And then we brought in the principal to judge the best mummy.
That's
and
awesome.
they won like caramel apples or something like that. But so much fun. I wish schools still did that like across the board.
Caramel apples, that's something that I remember having as a kid, but you don't see very often anymore.
I love caramel apples.
Now, that's a
Yum.
tradition that goes clear back to the beginning of Samhain. because fruit or syrup covered fruit was a way to preserve fruit,
Hmm.
and the apples were kind of a Roman tradition. So,
That's cool.
so some things have still hung on for all these years. Um,
I think it's fun because of you know, the house that my son and his wife and kids live in now was my grandparents' home, and it's the house that my mom grew up in. And I lived there for a while with my family, and then we sold it to my son. So it's really kind of passed down the family for since the 50s. And so that neighborhood is the one that I remember trick-or-treating when I was a little kid, and it's so cool to see my grandkids trick-or-treating. And it's my mom's, she's still here, so it's her great grandkids that are trick-or-treating the same neighborhoods.
right, right.
So cool.
I remember trick or treating in Rock, Kansas, which for those of you who've ever driven through there, there's about 6, 7 houses, but back when I was a kid, mostly they were elderly folks or young families, and every house that had their porch light on, they'd just give you like
A whole bunch.
dump it in there.
Nothing wrong with that.
And a lot of people trick-or-treated through there because it was on the highway between several cities. So, the lights are on. We'll just stop here. And so my grandparents always got quite a few kids. There wasn't that many kids in town. I mean, and it's sad to see. I was through there the other day. There's just not very many houses there anymore that people are living in. It's just one of those little towns. They still have a cafe, but it's really busy all the time, so that's good.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, I remember when it had a grocery store and a gas station, and all kinds of stuff. So,
Ian, I agree. He said toffee apples are great until you run out of toffee and it's just an apple on a stick. You're sad that one.
yes, that's true. And they've got to be good apples because you can get, a lot of these apples you get, they're soft and mushy on the inside. That's no fun.
Mm-hmm. And so from earlier, Necco wafers were the worst candy. Yeah, those were bad. They were,
Yeah, I don't mind the Necco wafers. They're not bad.
I think the only good that Necco wafers are for making roofs on gingerbread houses.
Yes.
That's about it.
Do you remember the little bottles of like wax that had Coke in them, or were supposed to have Coke in them and stuff? You had to bite the top off.
Yeah.
It had like barely a sip. Like you'd like have to shake it.
Drop on your tongue.
You have to squeeze it out. Yeah.
Fun dip. Fun dip was always good to get. Oh, and the big pixie sticks.
Yeah,
those
big
were cool.
pixie sticks.
We'd go to Arc City sometimes, and my aunts would take me around to all their friends' house. And one Halloween, I left town. Remember the big brown grocery bags?
Yeah.
I had 3 of those full.
Whoa.
Dang. That's
Oh
awesome.
my goodness.
I remember that year I was dressed as an astronaut. I did great.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I was a connoisseur of the, dump out most of your bag so you looked all sad with just the few candies in the bottom. Look all sad when you hold your bag up. They tend to give you just a little bit more, like, oh, you've got a little sad empty bag.
Dog eyes you were working on.
Yeah. And then you got back in the car, after you made it down the block, and then hop back in the car again and dump out most of it and leave some crap candy at the bottom,
Yep.
Did you guys ever get like spazzy stuff? Like somebody was just emptying their junk drawer because they forgot?
Nickels. We got nickels. That's usually what we ended up with when they ran out of.
I got quarters at a couple places.
Yeah.
So there was a lady who lived in Havana, and we loved to go to her house because she had a big, huge jar full of change. Like her husband would come home every day and, just dump his pocket change in this jar. And at Halloween, instead of giving out candy, she would just scoop out a handful of change and dump it in your bucket. And it was like, you never know what you were going to get. You could end up with a lot of pennies, or you could get some like quarters in there. And
nice.
When we were little, quarters could buy you some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you could. And I remember getting $50 at some of these houses.
That's so
And
cool.
you could still occasionally find a silver $50 back then.
Wow.
Back in the
Yeah.
70s, there were still quite a few in circulation.
That's
So,
Do you guys want to see something really exciting that came in today?
sure.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Drum roll.
Yay!
I'm so excited.
Pam is officially a published author.
There's my name and
Yay.
everything.
Yay! We're so proud of our Pam.
We are proud of Pam.
I'm super excited. One year I was putting candy in a kid's bag and it clunked. One of my neighbors was passing out cans of soda because they forgot what night it was. Oh no!
Actually, if you come trick-or-treating in candy, you'll get soda. There's a house here in town that hands out weird sodas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put out like a huge, they like put 2 big long tables out and they just fill it full of weird sodas. So you get like pickle soda and bacon flavored soda and
Wild.
yeah. And they just let the kids pick whichever soda they want. So it's like the weird soda house.
Yeah.
It used
When I
to
was a
be-
kid, a lot of places would give out cans of soda or full-size candy bars. Those were always great.
Yeah, there used to. I don't know if they still do. There was a couple of houses that did full size candy bars
Hmm.
and popcorn.
And the fire station does, I think.
Yeah, I think they do.
Thanks, Ian. Look out, Stephen King! Woohoo! I got a lot
That's
of
right.
catching up to do if I do that.
You're going to have to get busy.
Yeah, he writes 6 pages a day, regardless.
Yeah.
That's a lot. It doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Used to be in our town that the very best place to go was the Cotton Candy House. And the Busters did that. And they did it for years and years. Even before I was born, they were doing it. And as they got older, they sold their house to their kids and passed it on, the tradition onto them. So they've been doing it. And it's pretty cool. And they do the full-size, great big
Yeah.
cotton candy.
Ooh, excuse me. It's an experience because they live in it's a very old, beautiful Victorian with a big wraparound wide porch. And you get to stand in line and go up onto that porch and they make it right in front of you. So, and they always put all the neat decorations up all in the windows and it's all lit up. It's an experience.
It is. It always was. Lines for days at the Cotton Candy House, but worth it. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, and now Jess has her own Halloween tradition
Which is
that
the
is
new
popular
greatest.
popular countywide. How many
It
kids
is.
did you have last year?
I had 1,166.
May not sound like a lot, but our population in our town is about 1,700 total.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Total.
that was not just kids from here. That was kids
No.
from Havana, kids from Coffeyville, kids from Indy,
Yeah.
kids from
Bartlesville.
Bartlesville.
Bartlesville. Yeah, we had kids come in from like Neodesha, Fredonia. And it's not just for us. It's because Caney still holds those old traditions. You can still go trick-or-treating door to door.
And it's safe.
It's safe.
Mhm.
We have a tiny little police station. We don't have very many policemen because we're a small town, but almost all of them are out that night making sure that traffic's running okay and the kids are safe.
Yeah.
It's just an old-fashioned Halloween. It's so much fun.
I like this town. I mean, it's not my home. Well, it is my hometown now, but it reminds me of the way my town was when I was a kid.
Yes.
And this time of year makes me really miss those days because they still do those things. They still have the same traditions. It used to be every town in the country, you didn't worry about your kids being out doing these things. Now it's hard to find a place where, it's safe. So
It reminds me of the kid running the cotton candy machine in Geneseo. Mark was well stocked. Yes, he was. He kept bringing in cotton candy.
well, he kept. How many people have? I said, I'll tell you what. How much? And he shot me a deal, and so I bought cotton candy for the entire crew. Not everybody wanted it, so I ended up eating some of it. But
It was
I
so
mean,
hot.
It was very hot.
so hot. But it was going to a good cause. They weren't
It was.
trying to make money. I forget what charity it was, but it was a good one. Pardon me. And I had no problem. I would have just given them money. But, you know, that kid just was. He had a great day because he was selling the heck out of that cotton candy.
He was thrilled.
Yeah.
I'm sure he still talks about that.
So
Yeah. Our little town is excited this year because they got rid of the trunk or treat.
Yes.
yep.
Yeah. Which I thought was ridiculous anyway that they did the trunk or treat. They ended up having it earlier and earlier every year because the kids were complaining because they wanted to go door to door too.
Right.
And it got to the point it's gotten so popular to go door to door again that they didn't have enough people to participate giving out candy at the trunk or treat to even have it. So they were like, why are we doing this? Let's just shut it down. And I was like, yes.
So now there's going to be all kinds of little goblins and witches out.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. The kids have so much fun, and that's what it's about today.
Yes.
It's for the kids. Everything is about the kids, and a few parents living vicariously through their kids. If you're lucky, you have kids that like candy that you don't like, and vice versa.
The parent tax.
Yeah, the parent tax.
Like I said, my dad got all of my brother and I's black licorice, and he was thrilled, and we were going like, God, I'm glad he took it.
Gross.
That's funny.
It's going to be a big year this year. It falls on a Friday this year. Fridays are always
it's gonna be
huge.
I think the weather is supposed to be good this weekend.
It is. It's going to be a little chilly, but it's going to be dry.
That's
Yeah.
As long as it's dry, I will be at the library passing out candy. If it rains, I'm not going to be able to
Friday.
No
I'm not
rain.
gonna
High of
Oh,
62, a low of 41, partly cloudy, no rain. So yeah, that's gonna be a
Good
good
deal.
night. We'll get
Good deal.
so
Yeah.
yay.
We're dodging rain right now. My house is full right now because everything we should be painting outside is inside. So it's kind of a war zone right now.
We lucked out. Sean and I left for the Arkansas Expo Thursday night,
Mhm.
and it didn't rain at all. But the ones that came over from Bartlesville the next day, it just poured on them the whole way
Yeah.
there. So we were really glad we left when we did. And then we missed it on the way back. It had just stopped raining because it rained the whole time we were there. It had just stopped on our way back. So, yay. That worked out.
Yeah. I drove through that too. So on Friday afternoon, Mike and I drove up to Kansas City to go watch my niece march on her senior night.
Oh, cool.
And it just poured the whole time we were there. We were soaked and cold. But it was worth it. It was really cool. I don't know if anybody at home loves marching bands as much as I do, but they did a glow-in-the-dark night.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
They did their field show in the dark. They shut off all the stadium lights, and they were all lit up with lights and glow sticks and stuff, and they handed out glow sticks and stuff to all the parents in the stands so you could support them. And they did their entire show. I was joking with my cousin was there watching too, and I was like, man, it looks like a grandma couldn't figure out which lawn ornament she wanted to put out for Christmas, so she just put them all out. Because all the kids had made their own costumes with like the glow. So some of them had like Christmas lights or like glow sticks or. And I was like, it looks like Grandma hit QVC a little too hard.
That's awesome.
Oh my
It was
God.
really cool though. It was really cool.
That came out when my grandma was still buying stuff, and she hit the QVC hard.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. She always did all of her Christmas shopping and birthday shopping. It was almost always through catalogs. When QVC came along, you never know what you were going to get.
Oh yeah.
That's funny. Too cool. You know, I've got so many
very
kids
impulsive.
and grandkids and stuff. I don't like buy big presents for all of them, but I do stockings for everybody. And so it sounds like they would be cheaper. They're really not.
They're really not, but it's so much fun. You get all the tiny little gifts, and especially,
Yes.
I mean, there's so many little things that you can buy. You can be really thoughtful in those stockings.
Yes,
And
I always get them
I love
like
it.
phone chargers and the bricks to go with them and stuff like that. And then I go find stuff that I think they'll like,
Right.
and just little kitschy gifts. And I
Gee,
usually
you
go to
make it
Trader
easy.
Joe's and load up on like the all the cool spices and stuff like that for the
Yep.
girls. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that this year.
Yeah, I understand. I do understand.
I can't drive myself. It's pissing me off.
Our klutzy Pam.
I know. Dang it.
Yeah. She doesn't fall for anything. She falls for nothing.
Thank you.
No reason. No reason necessary.
Nope, no reason at all.
We love you, Pam.
Explode on impact too, apparently.
Oh my
So
goodness.
dumb.
Poor thing.
So dumb. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
I'll be back up and running before, or walking quickly. Or walking. I don't know if there's anything quickly about that.
I've been thinking about getting slow-moving vehicle signs for the back of all my overalls, so I don't get run over at work.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, well, let's talk about the new tradition here in town. Let's talk about Nightmare.
Absolutely.
You've got a lot of new stuff this year, huh?
We've got a bit. So we're in the process of building a lot right now. Every year we put together a new front so that there's something new for the kids every year. We don't redo the entire thing. We recycle everything, but we make a new, we call it the front feature. And we're right now hurriedly trying to build and paint it as fast as we can. And unfortunately, like we were talking about, it has been super rainy here off and on. And even when it's not raining, the humidity is just so high.
Oh yeah, it was damp all day long. It didn't rain a bit.
Yeah. I was literally outside with stand-ups with a hairdryer trying to get layers of paint to dry. Yeah.
Goodness.
So I can't tell you what the front feature is. We always leave it as a surprise. You'll find out Halloween night what our front feature is. But it is something Tim Burton related. It'll be a Tim Burton movie. Or a scene from the movies.
This is a perfect place to start. This was like your first year, wasn't it? Or close to the first year?
No, this was like maybe like the third year in.
Was it?
Yeah. Our first year was literally like a one path to my mom and I at a table with some candy, and there was like some pumpkins and a scarecrow and maybe a blow up Jack Skeleton. I think that's it. Yeah. Had no idea it was going to grow into what it did.
It is. People talk about it all the time. I heard people talking about it at work today.
Cool.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's great, and people love it.
Yeah. So what it is, if you've never heard of it before or heard me talk about it, we themed it after all things Tim Burton. It was my daughter loves Tim Burton, and we wanted to put on something big for Halloween, but we didn't want it to be scary. We didn't want it to be the, gross out Halloween stuff. We wanted something that like kids of all ages would just love. So Tim Burton's perfect because it's whimsical, spooky stuff rather than gory, spooky stuff. And it started out small, and we built it year after year. And what it is it's a full walkthrough. So we create these paths that go through all these different Tim Burton scenes. We've got tons of inflatables and hand-painted stand-ups that I make of the different characters from the different movies. Tons of jack-o'-lanterns that we've collected over the years, and different colored spotlights and projectors. And you can just walk through it. And in the middle of it, we plop down a big tent where we make miniature funnel cakes that you can take with you.
Yep, the
And
funnel
candy.
cakes everybody loves.
Yeah.
So,
We got into the Muse magazine and into the paper a couple times. This is some of the static props that we've made. These are our spooky candles. In fact, I just got done re-gluing those together again. They fell apart in storage this year.
Oh no!
probably because of all the
Yeah.
humidity.
Probably
The heat,
they're
there's hot sun.
yeah. They're made of PVC, so the glue only holds for so long before they pop apart. But we glued them right back together again.
They sure look good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, there they are.
Yeah.
So,
And actually, the reason why I'm all like, my hair's not dry or anything, I just got out of the shower because I was working on the spider tunnel all day long today. Usually the spider tunnel sits underneath one of our trees. Enzo said I had explained about the personal funnel cakes on Karen's show last night. Interest was high.
so you may have some people from overseas.
You might. Yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
he came.
We had to make them small. I can't imagine trying to make a full-size funnel cake for each one of those kids.
There's no
Holy
way.
cow.
You would never.
Yeah, you couldn't do it.
Yeah. Mike my husband ended up finding these huge metal rings. There's 3 rings attached to a center. And they plop them down into the oil and then squirt the funnel cake into each of the rings. So it makes them kind of like French fry bag size. And then we slide them down into one of those bags and put the powdered sugar in. So you can kind of like hold it, like a burger.
That's cool.
So it's not quite so messy. Yeah. But as I was saying, I was working on the spider tunnel. We couldn't have it under the tree this year. The poor tree can't do it anymore. It was like, I can't support anymore.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Yeah, I found 2 old pop-up tents that didn't have their canopies anymore, just the skeletons. So I've kind of lashed those together, and I'm creating a new type of spider tunnel over that. But man, it's a lot of work. It's trying to figure out like a whole new beast is basically what I'm doing. And I had to replace a lot of my spider netting this year. It was getting to be, I think it was like 6 or 7 years old this year, and some of it's just too old to use. So I get to recut. So, but it's worth it because the kids love the spider tunnel.
Yeah, it's pretty popular.
The kids love your event. I mean, everybody talks about it. I've been there. Oh, we're going to the Nightmare next.
Yeah, it's so much fun to put on. It's a lot of work, but it's fun work. So like it was a long day today with that spider webbing, but it's so much fun to like step back and look at it and go, ooh, I could make it even creepier if I do this. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Yep.
And what you're seeing right here are our collection. We've been collecting foam pumpkins, the old foam pumpkins from back in some of these are from the 70s.
Wow.
They're so old. In fact, that's one of the things we get to do. I did it, I think it was a week ago. I was running late on it. We call it pumpkin triage. We store these in big plastic bags in my mother's grain bin. She's got a grain room. And the reason why we store it in that we ran out of space here, but it's mice proof. The entire room has been like covered in sheet metal so that mice can't get in to get the grain. She doesn't keep grain in there anymore because we don't keep cattle on the property, but it's perfect for the pumpkins because then I don't have to worry about mice getting in there. But it gets hot in there and the glue gives out on those seams on that foam.
Oh my.
So usually when we pop a bag open, there'll be 1, 2, maybe even 3 pumpkins that have popped apart. So we do pumpkin triage. We start like an assembly line. We pull pumpkins out and check them. If they've come apart, they get cleaned, they get glued, they get little staples or tapes. And then we use painter's tape to wrap around them to hold them still while they're drying. And then check all their bulbs and everything. It takes about a day and a half to get through all of the pumpkins.
And you're buying more every year.
Yeah, 1 or 2. Sometimes we have to replace one because it just gets so old. A lot of people are really nice. I've been gifted people's old ones. They've got them hanging out in their garage and they don't use them anymore. So they're like, hey, would you like a pumpkin? And I'm like, zoinks, that's mine.
Ian said, "Tell me you're from Kansas without telling me you're from Kansas."
Wow. Wow, Ian. Vehicle, vehicle, vehicle.
Vehicle?
Vehicle.
If he makes it a drinking game, he's toast.
Yeah. That's
Oh my
funny.
goodness. Yeah, so there's all the jack-o'-lanterns. There's some of the stand-ups that we do. Like I said, I'm painting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this year.
Cool.
Yeah. In fact, I can show you one if I can get away from here for a second.
Yeah, sure.
In a little bit.
That'd be cool. I love
Well, here,
these.
hold it on that one, and I will go. I have a small stand-up that I just finished that I can actually show you.
That would be
Yay.
So you get
that'll
like
be
a
cool.
sneak preview.
Yay!
I know when Jess first started out, she was making some of these with leftover plywood, but plywood's gotten so expensive. She does a lot of them with the foam board now, but they are just, I mean, look at them. They're amazing.
Yeah, she's a hell of an artist. She always has.
She
been.
is. She's an incredible artist. And these
I
things,
am.
when you walk in, they don't look homemade at all. They look absolutely
Yeah, they look-
professional.
They look commercial, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
They're better than a lot of the commercial stuff.
Way better than a lot of the commercial stuff. And it's unique. And I'm a huge I almost said Jack Skellington. Well, it is Jack Skellington, but Tim Burton fan too. So I love it.
Okay, can I tell you something without getting hung?
Maybe. I reserve the right to make that decision after.
I have never watched any of them.
Oh my god!
Mark.
You've never watched one?
No, I've never watched them.
Okay, so I brought 2.
Same.
I'm a bad man.
Oh, he's cute.
Right?
Yep, that's cute.
Ah, don't mind my Artalanche.
Arnolanch.
Arnolanche.
Oh, I love him.
That is cool.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it's Bob from Beetlejuice.
Woohoo.
Slip them to the side.
So cute.
Yeah, that's the stand-ups that I do. And yeah, Pam's right, they are mostly out of plywood, but plywood is holy heck expensive right now. So if I do, these happen to be on plywood because I actually
Nice.
I made those, didn't have them painted though, made those like 4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
But never got them painted. Like I probably ran out of time and then they got pushed to the side and I just year after year was like, oh, I'll get to those later. But I use the foam board if it's small enough that I can use that. And then eventually if I find a good scrap piece that's the right size, I'll recreate it and make it into the wood. And I usually sell the foam board ones because they're really popular, especially if you let everybody know at the garage sale that it's from the Nightmare on Bradley. They scoop them right up. I
cool.
just sold last year a Beetlejuice from the
Nice.
cartoon on a piece of foam board. It was hilarious. I was like, I can't believe people want to buy these. But
I'm sure you made somebody's absolute day.
Oh, I'm sure it's
I did.
actually in somebody's kids' wall.
Probably.
Probably.
Hi, Julie. That's funny. Enzo said, hi, Julie and Toonces. Toonces is a driving cat. Do you remember that? Off of Saturday Night Live.
yeah.
Too funny.
Nice. All right. Well, let's see what else we got here. I don't know how many slides we've got. Here's some.
There's
Yeah, more of the
quite a few.
stand-ups.
I have watched Beetlejuice, so I guess I have watched some Tim Burton.
There you go.
But
Saved
I've not
yourself.
watched any of the like the Corpse Bride or any of that stuff ever.
Yeah, there's still
Yeah.
quite a few slides, Mark. There's like, let me see how many total.
Yeah.
There's
There's the
there's
spider
Like
tunnel.
32 slides, so you're good. You got a while.
72 slides.
32.
32. Okay.
Yeah. There's the spider tunnel. TrittonMills.com. It's beef netting. In fact, that's what I was doing today. I was cutting new beef netting. The stuff that you're seeing here is the stuff I'm getting ready to throw away part of. It's about 6 or 7 years old now, and it's finally just now starting to give out.
That's
So-
incredible. It lasted that long.
Yeah, totally worth your money. Zip ties and stakes in the ground, and you've got yourself a spider web. I think this entire tunnel cost me $30.
Yeah, that's cool.
Makes a huge impact, too.
It is.
Does. The kids love running through it. It's so much fun.
Now we just need to buy some tarantulas and turn loose.
Ew, I'm good. I have a gigantic inflatable spider, so she's a lot better than a real spider.
No. Tarantulas are the bomb, dog. I hate spiders, but I actually like tarantulas. I guess because they're furry. I don't know. It's like a mouse with too many legs.
Yeah, there it is at night. We uplight it with different colored spots.
Yep, it's cool. I love driving by and seeing what you've done every year.
Yeah,
There's
There
your
she
spider.
is.
There's your spider,
that's Lydia.
Lydia.
Nice.
Yeah, we had a competition. We got her like 2 or 3 years ago, and I asked all the kids on Facebook to like put forth their favorite like Tim Burton name to name her after, and I got the most hits on Lydia, so
Nice.
her name
Perfect.
is Lydia. Yeah.
Bye, Lydia. Oh, here's some
Here's
more
some
art.
of the little. Yeah, these are my little smalls. These actually stemmed from COVID. During COVID, you couldn't really get out to buy the materials that we needed to make Halloween with, and if you think plywood's expensive now, you should have seen it during COVID.
Oh
It
yeah.
was like triple the price. It was like $30+ for one little sheet of plywood. So these are all made of paper foam, and it was paper foam that I actually already had. I tend to buy it in bulk when I find a good deal on it because it comes in handy for so many different projects. Because I'm an artist and I do crafts too, so you know I always have this in the house. And I was trying to figure out a way to add something new to the walk without having to, you know, like sell a kidney to get some plywood.
No.
So I went with littles, and the really fun thing about this, there's a couple of them that are actual like movie characters. Like the little worm guy is the Corpse Bride's maggot, and then the little wrapped up mummy thing in the first picture is from Frankenweenie. He was a pet hamster.
Oh.
And the cat in the middle is the Tim Burton Easter egg that's in every Tim Burton movie, basically.
Yeah.
But the rest of them are the little creatures from the hat, the carousel hat from Beetlejuice when he turns into the big, I guess the carousel game or whatever.
Yeah.
Or that goes around his little head. That's
The
what those
carnival
are.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the little carnival.
Nice.
Yeah, and we still have these. The kids like them. I just kind of stick them here and there to fill in little spots, or maybe if you're coming around the corner and there's a little area that I need to fill, I'll stick one of them in there because they're hilarious and the kids think they're so much fun. They're like, "What's that, Mom?" And their mom's like, "I have no idea, but it's funny."
But it's cool.
Yeah.
Too fun.
Oh, that one is amazing. Both of those are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got Beetlejuice, and I
On the
did the cartoon because I thought it was a little bit more kid friendly. Made the little Beetlejuice sign and all of that, and I'll be adding to Beetlejuice this year with Bob, so that'll
Nice.
be fun. Yeah, and then the other ones are Little Pet Cemetery, and Sparky's in there with the hamster and and all of that. The fun thing this year, because we're moving the spider tunnel is going to be the 2 tents, so we have a lot of space inside. So you're going to go into the spider tunnel, and that's where the cemetery is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it should be fun.
Oh,
A little wind around.
everybody loves it. Like I said, it's amazing.
hmm This is some of the walkway. The loops you see are pool noodles. We don't use that for the walkways anymore. We've actually got a fencing system now that we use that's strung with lights, so you can see it a little bit better. But they did their job for a while. Actually, this year, little sneak preview kind of thing, we have so many pool noodles left that we don't really use much anymore. I ended up taking a whole bunch of them and I created an archway out of PVC, and a whole bunch of pool noodles are on strings, so you have to walk through them to get
That's fun.
along the pathway. Yeah.
That's fun.
That is cool.
There's Zero in his little house.
Yay. Zero's the best.
Yeah, and more of the characters. We've tried to incorporate a lot of the movies. We're still working on some. So we've got, of course, Nightmare Before Christmas and The Corpse Bride and now I'm forgetting the names of things.
Oh, I don't know why.
Yeah, Frankenweenie.
Yeah, Frankenweenie's in there. Alice
Beetlejuice.
in Wonderland, Beetlejuice. We're working on Sleepy Hollow. I really want to do some Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Little known fact, that's a Tim Burton movie.
That would be fun.
Yeah. I'm also trying to figure out how to incorporate Miss Peregrine's without it being scary.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And one of the things I really want to do, and I've got to save up a little bit of money and get enough plywood to do it, but I want to do some cutouts from Dark Shadows.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It's really fun. So Tim Burton does a lot of his own artwork. He's a sketcher. He likes to kind of sketch out some of the characters he's developing, and even characters that aren't truly his. Of course, Dark Shadows came long before Tim Burton did. But he kind of puts his own spin on these remakes that he does, and he will do character sketches as he's kind of envisioning how he's going to flesh them out. And the character drawings he has for the Dark Shadows people are fantastic.
Oh, I gotta see him.
They're so funny.
Nice.
And I can't wait to do it. The one he did of Johnny Depp's character is dead on, and he captures how funny Johnny Depp can be when he's playing those ridiculously dark characters. So I can't wait to get those done.
So the original Dark Shadows was in the 60s and 70s. And my grandfather always blamed my mother letting me watch Dark Shadows with her when I was a baby on the reason I was weird.
That's funny.
Oh, I think there was a whole lot more at play than that.
I might have been dropped on my head a few times. I
We all
can
have.
neither confirm or deny.
Enzo's asking if there'll ever be a Tim Burton's Batman series setting.
That is one of the things that we kind of have planned. He has character sketches of Batman and the Joker and stuff that I think are truly Tim Burton-y and hilarious and not at all scary. So that's something that's in the works. I think except for maybe like Mars Attacks, because I don't really enjoy the characters from that movie, and kids won't know.
Yeah.
Who that is. It's a little stand-up, and we'll probably add more eventually, but we actually have something from James and the Giant Peach too.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Coraline's
and
another one. You have Coraline in there too.
No, we don't actually have Coraline in there because it's not actually a Tim Burton movie.
Don't?
No, it's not a Tim Burton movie. He just assisted on it. It's not his. Yeah.
That's the first character I thought, or that's the first one I thought of when I saw the black cat that shows up everywhere.
Well, see, the black cat is in it, and I think that was his nod to. I dabbled my toes in this, but it's not his at all.
Yeah.
He's not even in the. If you watch the credits, he's not even the. He's like an
That's
an
wild.
uncredited helper. Yeah,
That is wild.
yeah. He didn't do Coraline. He just helped the dude that did it. I think he was probably giving him tips. If you're gonna do this, you might want to do this. Kind of a situation. And here's some more. We have a lot of inflatables. I think right now we have 36 inflatables. We have a couple new this year. We have a big, huge pumpkin arch that's going to be our front walk-in this year. And my husband, he's so awesome. He bought me a gigantic mayor's car from Nightmare Before Christmas. It's huge. I'm
Y'all are
so
gonna
excited.
die when you see it. It's so
Yeah,
cool.
I've seen the pictures. It's huge.
Oh,
It's huge.
I love it.
It's so cool.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, and here's some more. There's our little pond area with our skeleton fish. We couldn't put it in last year. Last year was terrible. The weather leading up to Halloween was atrocious. Huge storms would rip through, and then the wind. It took us 2 days just
It
to
was
put up the
windy as hell
inflatables.
last year.
It's awful.
Yeah, we were having to do it one at a time. Me, my husband, and my daughter. Two of us would have to hold it while somebody else inflated it, and then we would take turns holding it while it got pinned to the ground. And then we would deflate it and have to hold on to it while it deflated, and then we would scramble around and find like loose bricks and cinder blocks and stuff to set on top, because if you didn't, the wind would just rip it to pieces.
Man.
And we did it one at a time, and it took us a day and a half just to get the inflatables ready to go. It was terrible. So if you go back and look at last year's pictures, you're going to realize that if you really look at it, about half of it is missing. The stand-ups went up and the inflatables went up, but all the little like static props and little doodads, the candles and stuff like that, they didn't go out because we just didn't have the time.
Yeah.
And the green pond didn't go out like it usually did, because it takes me a while. I get down on the ground and like hand pushing stakes to stretch that rope light out and get it into some kind of a pattern. It didn't go in, and I didn't realize it until then, but apparently it's a big favorite of some of the ladies in town that bring their kids in. They're like, we love the pond. It's so romantic with Jack and Sally in the window. And I'm like, the skeleton fish is romantic? Okay.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, it is canny.
That's true.
Yeah.
The bar is
And we
not
have a-
high.
Yeah, we have a smoke machine that exits right there, at the pond. So I guess it's romantic in some way. I don't know. But they were like, no pond. Aww.
But it will be there this year.
It will. It'll be back this year.
The return of the pond.
Some more headstones and stuff. That's something else I never ever talk about. The amount of headstones we have. Man, they are expensive. Have you seen the price of those cheapo foam headstones at the store?
They are expensive.
For a piece of foam. So I just buy almost all of mine secondhand or sales after Halloween's over with. It's the only way I can afford them. But we've got tons. And like garage sales. Holy cow, you can find them at garage sales like crazy. People buy them up, use them once, and then...
Don't do it again.
Meh.
Realize how much work it actually is, and then don't do it again.
Yeah, and they chuck them and then buy new the next year. Oh, I'm just like, give them over. I don't even care if they're in bad shape. It's really easy to paint foam.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's true. That's true.
Yep. Oh, and there's some of my kids. Not my kids personally. I call them my kids.
Well,
Everybody that comes to the...
like, pretty much all the kids in town are your kids on Halloween night.
Yeah.
That's true.
And every other town.
Yeah. Like I said, we're in the middle of this right now, getting it ready. I've already made my phone calls. We've got to go pick up hay bales on Thursday. Hay bales for the front feature and hay bales for the kids to sit on at the photo op area.
Yeah. Look at the smiles on these faces. That's what it's about right there.
It is.
Yeah. And my husband and I were talking about that. I get well, Pam and Mark know how I am. I get detail oriented sometimes, and I just can't see beyond it.
She's focused like a laser.
Yeah. And every year I get frustrated because there's a handful of things that didn't get done the way I wanted them to, or didn't get done at all. And I'm like, oh man, I'm scrambling at the last second, and Mike's like, you stop and breathe. It's going to be fine. And he reminds me every year, he's like, these kids wouldn't know. If you just threw out all the inflatables willy-nilly and all of the stand-ups willy-nilly, lit them all up and put a path through them, the kids would still be like, oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was like, so don't
really
drive
coolest place
yourself
in town.
nuts. Yeah, and he was like, don't drive yourself nuts. And I'm like, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
look at those smiles. How can you say no to those smiles?
You can't.
Look at those smiles.
Yeah, that's all of our friends, and Pam's in there, and the Dentons are in there, and Dana Lyle.
Yep.
Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah, there's the photo op area. I'm going to try to change it up this year, make it a little different. Although I think it's funny, I made this photo op area, but they make every section into some kind of a photo op area. I see photos afterwards from all the different
they're
sections.
all over Facebook for days.
Yeah. And this is like this is our funnel cake candy tent. The girl there in the black dress and white top is my daughter Raven. And sadly, this will be the first year she's not there.
It's going to be weird.
You'll have to live stream it for her.
I have to do something. I'm very excited though. So every year, if you follow the Nightmare on Bradley page on Facebook, you'll see that we do the Holman pumpkin carving spectacular every year. We take photos every year of our pumpkin carving, and she's in Denver this year. It'll be the very first time that we aren't together to do it. So we're gonna FaceTime, and she's got her pumpkins ready, and we've got our pumpkins ready, and we're gonna still do it, but do it over FaceTime. So
that's awesome.
Fun. Yeah.
So, when do you open up on Friday?
So we open at 5, and we end at 9. And I'll make a suggestion. If you've never been here before, usually what most people like to do, they like to get here early, and get through just to get the funnel cake, because the yard looks great during the day, but it looks the best at night with the projections running and all the lights, and it's a different beast at night. So what a lot of people do is they come and they show up early so then they get the funnel cake and before we run out, because we've run out every year. I'm hoping not this year. We got 60 pounds of dry mix.
That's what I was going to ask, how many you got. I knew it was a ton.
Yeah.
That's wild.
We had 45 last year, and we ran out somewhere around the 950 mark. And then everybody else that came in after that, the 1,166, they got candy because we ran out of funnel cake. So hopefully the 60 will cover it. We'll see. I don't know.
That's
maybe.
Wild.
Yeah. This is my husband and one of the kids, and Jason Moore. The Moores always come in and give us a huge hand with all the cooking, and yeah. But as I was saying, come in early and get your funnel cake. Go head out and go do some more trick-or-treating or get your dinner, and then come back at night and go back through it again.
This is the only one I managed to grab from last year because I was running late too.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, last year's front feature was Beetlejuice, of course, because the movie was fresh out and everybody was really excited about it. And my husband found this inflatable for me. I had wanted it so badly. Was really disappointed in it. This is a Party City one. Now I know why Party City went under. The inflatable itself was great. Like the carnival thing on top actually turned. The air blower wasn't strong enough for it.
Oh, good grief.
So it would just collapse. It wouldn't even hold itself up. So one of the things you learn how to do when you do big haunted yards like this is you learn how to take apart stuff and rebuild. And I gutted an old inflatable, pulled the big motor out of it, and attached it to this one. So the Beetlejuice now has 2 full motors running it. But it was actually too much. I then had too much air running through it, and it was threatening to pop it. So I pulled all the zippers partially open to allow that air to escape. And there you go.
That's amazing.
It worked.
It
Ian said
worked.
it's nice to create a little bit of magic for young people. Totally inspires their imagination. Yes.
Yes, that's the best part. I always tell people, I'm like, the best part is just watching the kids' faces as they walk through. Because they are just, it's like they're walking into Disney, even though I know it's not even close to that. But they're like, wow. And it's the same kids year after year. They've seen all of this before. I just try to, like, change the way they see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
It's almost a contest to see what you've added.
that too. And like I try to rearrange it every year. It's a different walkthrough every year, and I rearrange how the setups are and the little scenes and who's and what, and just to kind of keep it a little fresh for me too. I would get so bored if we put on the same exact one year after year. Oh, and this is like Pam's favorite.
It is.
Yeah. So, this is a one night only situation. We don't put this up and it sits for the whole month or anything. We put it up the week of. We open formally the night of Halloween. We run it. We close down at the end of the night at 9. And we drop everything to the ground. And then we get up early in the morning, usually before the sun comes up. And we start disassembling it so that it's completely gone by the end of November 1st.
Which is incredible. But that makes it so special too.
It does.
It's not up for a long period of time, and
Yeah.
man, I
it-
moved that into a PowerPoint, and it really messed with the fonts.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
well,
It's
that's
fun.
it.
Yep. But it's fun. We have that countdown sign. The kids, their school bus route is right in front of our house for both the elementary school and the high school. And they have great fun watching the countdown happen. And then they have a lot of fun watching it go up as they drive by every morning. They see a little bit more and a little bit more. And then if school day falls on November 1st, we get to hear them groan and whine as they drive past on the bus.
Yeah.
The morning when it's all on the ground. They're like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But I've already
sad.
had kids. Today I had kids, when the school let out, I was working on the spider tunnel, and I had kids show up and ask if they could walk through the tunnel.
Aw.
And I was like, you absolutely have to let me know if it's working okay. And then they think they have a job. So,
Cool.
Aw.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
The neighbors' grandkids, the Rolls' grandkids, Robin. Robin Rolls. She's kind of an institution in our little town. She's taught like 3 or 4 generations to swim and to play dodgeball.
Yep.
And she comes over and grabs the grandkids and walks them around, and she always takes them over to our house, and I task them with making sure that the walkthrough is working correctly. I'm like,
Perfect.
you have to go run through it like 3 or 4 times and make sure that all the turns and stuff are right, and then if you do good, I'll pay you off in candy. And they're like, yeah.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Too fun.
So it's fun.
So if you're anywhere in the area, definitely make this a priority to hit.
Oh,
It's
you know
so
what I need
good.
to do? I need to get my GoPro hat set up and do a run through.
You should. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
You can post that up for next year.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
That's my idea of a sport. There's food involved.
Funnel cakes.
Whoop, whoop.
Too awesome.
All right. If I don't have to work Saturday, I will probably do that, or I'll set it up and let you put it on somebody and make them run it through.
There you go.
You should come over. Like I said, we're a little short on help. We need people just to kind of stand around and make sure kids aren't walking off into the cords and stuff. You'd be more than welcome to come over and hang out with us for a while.
And boy, do they.
I'm sure.
They try to cut right through it. It's like, you can't do that.
And they're not even like being ornery. They're not even like,
No.
I'm purposely doing this. They get so excited. They just want to make a straight shot to whatever it is they're looking at. And it doesn't matter if there's a walkway or bars up in their path. They'll plow right through.
Yep.
Yep. I bet
Yeah.
they do. I bet they do. Well, that is, I mean, you do an amazing job every year.
Oh, thank you.
And everybody loves it.
They do. It's really become a big thing for Caney, so it's really, really awesome. And how many years have you done it now? Do you know?
I think around maybe 10 or 11.
That's what I'm
Maybe
thinking
10 years.
because, yeah.
And it wasn't always the Nightmare on Bradley. For the first few years, I was just handing out candy.
Yeah.
I didn't name it until maybe the 4th or 5th year when it got
I know.
big enough.
I know one year I was there in a wheelchair, shock, helping hand out candy.
Yeah.
So that would have been 2015.
Yeah.
So that's at least 10 years.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty
We've
amazing
been doing it
stuff.
for a little while.
And like I said, all the kids in town know about it, love it.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't stop talking about it.
Funnel cake and candy, man.
Yay. Can't beat that. And Tim Burton.
Nope. And Tim
The
Burton.
only thing that would make it better is if you were handing out like Jolt Colas or something.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord. We
See, the
actually
cool
looked
part
at
is,
some.
yeah, her neighbors get in on the fun now too. So
Yeah. The Rollses hand out sodas and bags of candy, or bags of chips, excuse me. They get in big old plats of it, and then you can walk across their porch and pick out whatever you want.
Nice.
amazing.
Yeah. It's crazy. And the neighbors that are catty corner to us, they've started a war trying to get more inflatables than us, and we encourage it. And
They're going to need to win the
neighbors that are-
lottery.
Yeah, we have neighbors a couple blocks down that do up Halloween really big too. They've got like the gigantic werewolf and stuff like that. You can go down and see them, and
That's so
it's just a lot of fun. We finally built up some Halloween on our little side of town here.
Yep. It's pretty amazing. All right, guys. Well, we are not quite at 1.5 hours, but I don't really have a lot to add tonight.
No?
Pardon me,
Just have
guys.
a super happy Halloween.
Yes, for sure.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. So, all right, if you guys, if anybody is listening in the area and they want to come to Nightmare on Bradley, where do they go?
They go to 406 North Bradley in Caney, Kansas. It's literally 1 block over east of the Pizza Hut on Highway 75. It's 1 block over from that. It's actually the road that'll take you straight up to the high school if you're coming from like the 3rd Street area, if you're coming into Caney that way. You can't miss it. It's the brightest point in Caney that night. And if you get close enough, you'll see our 18-foot vampire Jack that sits up above our tree line. He kind of welcomes everybody in.
That's fun.
All right. All right. Well, if you guys don't have anything else, we'll say good night.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks
Happy
for
Halloween.
stopping by and listen to us all reminisce about the good old days.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you're interested in some of the origins of Halloween, check out our back catalog on the Fringe and What If Tomorrow. We've got some of that. And check out Bordertown Strange. Wednesday's episode has a lot of the origin stories and stuff.
Yeah.
So check it out. And have a great Halloween, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Happy Halloween.
So, All right. Good night.
Night, everybody.
Good night.